Hi, Arrow. How are you?
Fantastic. And how are you doing today, sir?
Excellent. Thank you for asking.
Dude, a lot has happened since the last time that we were together, and we have got to have the Tabernacle there for us so that we can help heal. We need to be together, and we need to bring some songs to life.
Yeah, I can't tell you how. I mean, sitting there yesterday with Ron, it brought up such emotion because the show was so emotional for me to be on stage and to talk about things that I love so much, my relationship with God, with Jesus, with what Christmas is, the Irish traditions, the Catholic traditions, the LDS faith, everything, all mixed into one amazing evening was, I've said it so many times since that night, if I pick a top 5 nights of my life, that was one of them. It was just so special for me. And to have Reve and all my kids out in the audience to watch, and it was just one of those spectacular evenings that I was so blessed to be part of.
Well, we are your family on this side of the flat screen, and we get just as emotional, if not more.
Yeah, it's pretty magnificent in this day and age that anyone would go out and, any company would go out and push what Christmas is all about. And through the LDS Church, through the Mormon faith, through PBS, through all kinds of amazing people that made it happen. You can't get enough of this. You really can't. In this day and age where things are so confusing and it's times have become so difficult on so many levels with COVID and injustice or this or that. There's so many people forget about your relationship with God. And it's shows like this that remind us, oh, wait a minute, we got to stop every once in a while and really reflect at how fortunate we are to be who we are and the gifts that he has given to us. And it's, again, shows like this that bring those back into the family, which is, for me, vitally important as not just a child of God, but as an entertainer and as a dad and a husband also.
What I love about the Tabernacle experience is that it's the music that gets inside first. There's always going to be a message, but something has to get on the inside first, and that's this.
Yeah, the music of this year, what Mac did was really quite magnificent. Again, I had a hard time. Here my parents are both from Ireland, so growing up in Boston, there was Irish music playing all the time. There's Irish traditions playing all the time, and as I've said before, Irish traditions weren't, because we didn't have tons of money. The Irish weren't known to have tons of cash. So it wasn't so much what was on the table, it was what was around the table. And the extended families, the friends, everyone being part of the celebration of Christmas. To be on stage and to talk about that with that type of music and my family in front of me, it was really remarkable.
How do you keep the emotion so authentic when there's so many hours of prep before the actual performance?
There was a lot of prep before hitting that stage, for sure. We crammed it in a very short amount of time. And again, the Mac, who conducted it, really just kind of almost, I consider it was kind of like a masterpiece. It was just how you bridge the Irish Catholic faiths and the LDS faiths together in a show and make it that emotional and that fantastic. My hat is off to Mac, as that's his doing. To have Megan singing also, gosh, what a voice. And I was blessed to be on stage to witness it, to be part of it, to be joyous with it, all of it. And I can't thank the people in Salt Lake enough for it. Ron Gunnell in particular. That guy is, here's someone who at his time of his life could be thinking of retiring or not doing things. Instead, he's busier now. He asked his wife, Kay, he's busier now than he's probably ever been. And, most of it is, almost all of it is not for profit for him at all. It's because he's doing what he thinks is the right thing for the world and helping spread the word of God, not just to their faith in Salt Lake, but to faith all around the world, especially now that bridging it with the Catholic faith. We're talking about and it's not just Christianity. It's the whole world who can figure out how to be a little kinder every day. And that's what shows like this really hammer home. And I love that.
Oh, with modern day technology, BYUtv, this is about reaching around the world, not only with some of the greatest music of all time, but the actual message that you are transferring into the hearts of people in all 4 corners of the world.
It's funny. Reve and I have been producing films in the last few years, and we're kind of hesitant to say that our films are just faith-based, because that gives it a certain connotation that it's just that certain type of film. Because in our films, we don't want to just make movies for people of just our faith. We want to make movies for people of every faith, so we can all come together and realize that no matter what your religious belief is, no matter where you're from, there was one mighty creator, and he created all of us to be brothers and sisters. And it's shows like this that really spread that message, that it's not just about one thing, it's about all of us as a whole. And my hat is off again to everyone who put the show together, because that's what the show is. It's for all of us.
I love the way that many actors and directors, as well as producers, are coming a little bit more out with their personal beliefs, because we don't get to see this side of your life. But when you're showcased in a movie that is faith-based, which I just call a great movie anyway, when you appear in one of those, it gives us a new perspective on who you are as a person.
Yeah, the audience is used to me being the villain and everything because I won't do sex scenes. So to see me as the kind of goofy, fun dad guy that I am is, I'm sure, pretty interesting. And then at times like, wait a minute, what? That guy? No, couldn't be. And I always find it so enjoyable when my kids are like, Dad, why does everyone think you're a bad guy? And it's pretty fun to be able to flip the coin and show who I really am in not just the movies that Reve and I are producing, but in particular, this show here, Oh Holy Night, is something that we're all going to be so proud of for the rest of our lives.
Absolutely. And it's on BYUtv. Once again, BYUtv, Oh Holy Night. Neal, you got to come back to this show anytime in the future. The door's always going to be open for you, dude.
Thank you so much. God bless you and have a great day.
Thank you so much. And you be brilliant, okay?
Thank you. Love that.